All right, fearing that the former U.S. President Donald Trump could soon be back in the White House, NATO leaders are now moving to Trump-proof the alliance and support for Ukraine. After Joe Biden's shaking performance at the last month's presidential debate and Trump's threat hanging on NATO's head, the members have sought to take on Trump's narrative. Latvian President questioned the growing perception that the United States is doing a lot more than Europe for Ukraine. He said, and I'm quoting, "If you look at figures, it's actually a different picture. Europe is doing more than the US. We have provided enormous financial support and military support." During his presidential campaign, Donald Trump has time and again questioned NATO members who don't meet the target of spending 2% of their GDP on defense, even threatening not to protect them any further.
All these presidents came in, they'd make a speech, they'd leave, and that was it. And they all owed money, and they wouldn't pay it. I came in, I made a speech, and I said, you got to pay up. They asked me that question. One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay. You got to pay your bills.
Then in the recently held presidential debate with Biden, Trump made a reference to NATO while talking about Ukraine. He said European nations together spent around $100 billion, but less than US. He asked Biden why doesn't he call them to put up their money like he did with NATO, getting them to put in hundreds of billions of dollars, which was taken note by the NATO Secretary General. As President Biden opened the Western Security Alliances Summit, Trump took a dig at NATO. In a social media post on Tuesday, Trump took credit for strengthening NATO and suggested that the alliance would not exist without him. NATO's defense expenditure has surged in 2024, that's this year, with 24 of the 32 alliance members achieving the target of spending 2% or more of their GDPs on defense, while Poland and Estonia spent 4.12% and 3.43% respectively. The United States came in the third spot, allocating 3.38% on defense, while Latvia has recorded 3.15% spending. Greece has recorded 3.08%. 8 countries have not achieved the target, spending below 2% of the GDP. They include countries like Croatia, Portugal, Canada, Belgium, Luxembourg, Slovenia, and Spain. The target dates back to the Wales Summit Declaration in 2014, where members agreed to spend at least 2% of the GDP within a decade, that is, by 2024. However, US GDP is equal to all the rest of the members of the NATO in 2024, and its spending on defense is 2/3 of the NATO total. With NATO members now resorting to Trump-proofing, they are facing with the reality of Trump coming back as the US president this November. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.